The biggest mistake that I see people doing when they implement Monday.com by themselves is that they make too many boards. Everyone tries to separate the information too much, and then you end up with too many boards and you can't manage them and find the tasks that you need to work on. Hi, my name is Tara, and I'm a certified Monday.com partner and the founder of Simpleday. My goal is to help you build powerful yet simple workflows with Monday.com. If you need help with a custom implementation, my contact details are in the description below. Let's jump into today's tutorial and make Monday the best part of your week. When you set up your Monday.com account, each person using it should be able to come into the office every day and see, this is what I need to do today. If your tasks are spread out over too many boards, then you will have a hard time understanding what is due today. For example, if you are a marketing company and you have 10 clients, don't make 10 boards and one overview board. Make one task board. And if you want a high-level board based on your task board, so then do that. I prefer to have more information on one board and just use a lot of views to segment the information. Let's look at this task board. As you can see, there are a number of tasks for different clients. I made a view here, so I only see the information for client number 2 and not anything else. If you want to make a view, click on the plus button and add a table view. You can rename it whatever you want. Then go to the hide button and you can hide any columns that are not relevant. Make sure to save it to this view. Then go to the advanced filter and filter by client number 2. Obviously, you can add whatever other filters you want. Make sure to hit save to this view. As you can see, if I click on the view called client number 2, I can only see the information that is relevant to them. So tip number 1 is consider less boards with view and maybe make a high-level board. Sometimes you don't even need a high-level board. You can just use a dashboard. Tip number 2, make sure to look at the dashboards first to see if you can pull in the information that you need before you build out a high-level board. Tip number 3, you should always consider using sub-items, as those may fill the same function for you and you will not need to set up a high-level board. Check the connection numbers that work within your plan. If you plan out a whole structure, make sure that your Monday.com plan will work with the amount of connections that you would like. For example, at the time of this recording, you are allowed to connect up to 20 boards to a single board if you are on the Pro plan. If you are a company that, let's say, provides services to clients and you have more than 20 clients, you need to rethink your plan. Tip number 4 is to make sure you think about your setup before you implement it, so it works within your Monday.com plan. Always keep in mind who needs to see what information in your boards. Many times, managers will need to see the large picture with metrics or project statuses. They want to see things like expenses by month, clients per account manager, things on a higher level that guides them to run the company more effectively. Make sure your setup is built for them. But you also need to keep in mind that your setup needs to be for the people who are doing the work. They need to also be able to find their tasks easily so they can do their job. Tip number 5 is to make sure your setup works for all the people on your team. Tip number 6, use match automations when relevant to connect information. It will save you a lot of time and reduce human error. For example, you can use a status column on your low-level board, and whenever it changes to something specific, match it to your high-level board. Tip number 7, use the item default value feature whenever you can. Not only can you use it to automatically connect boards, but it will save you time from always entering the same thing each time for different column types if relevant. Tip number 8, consider using apps to copy a group or board name and use it in a match automation. So for example, there are some apps that can copy a board name to a text column. You can then use that column in a match automation to connect it to a high-level board. Tip number 9, make sure to check out the progress column if you are doing a high-level, low-level structure. The progress column may not mean much on the low-level board, but on the high-level board, it will mean a lot so you can see exactly where your project is holding. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and remember to subscribe to receive tips and tricks on how to use Monday.com. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you soon.